Okay, yeah, I think I just didn't like the style I had my hair in, but I like this one better. Hi. I am going to be doing what I like to call the 75 easy challenge. I feel like someone probably has already come up with this, but like, the 75 hard challenge. It looked like a cool idea, except it was really hard. And I won't be able to do something like that, especially because I lack so much discipline right now that amount of discipline, I won't be able to actually go through with doing that. I'm gonna end up breaking on like day 3 and just not go back to it. I exercise my free will too much. Um, but yeah, so I feel like the 75 easy one that I've come up with might be easier for people to do who are maybe a little bit more like me, who have horrible executive functioning skills and are just like not disciplined whatsoever and really need to like learn from the very beginning. Um, but yeah. Okay, so the way that I have this set up, right, is like you pick a diet to follow, and just like the other one, there's no cheat days, except you do get one cheat day a week for the first month, and then the second month you get one cheat day every 2 weeks, and then for like the 15 days left, you don't do like the last month. Technically, you wouldn't do any cheat days at all. Um, but like those cheat days can like you're not supposed to drink, you're not supposed to smoke, and you're not supposed to eat any fast food, right? So you're allowed to do that on your cheat days. Um, and then it says to drink a gallon of water. I for mine I switched it to drink the amount of water needed for your like according to your age, height, and weight, which for me ended up being like a gallon anyway. But yeah, um, and yeah, okay, and then complete one hour workout a day or two 30-minute workouts a day. I feel like that's really easy. And honestly, like if you're a sedentary person, like that doesn't have to be like you dead ass working out. You could do like a Grow with Joe workout on YouTube and like fucking dance to Rihanna for like 30 minutes. If you're sweating, you're doing something. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to do nothing crazy. Like if you're just actually doing the thing, if you're someone who like lacks discipline and are pretty sedentary, all right, doing anything will make a difference. Literally, you don't have to be doing this crazy workout routine. Like if you want to like literally like you walking to work or whatever could be your workout for the day. If you walk to work and it takes you like 30 minutes. You know what I mean? But yeah. And then read 10 pages of any book. Well, the original one said 45 minute workouts a day, which I feel like honestly we could work up to by month 2, but like to start off with that for people who have like no discipline, that's not happening. Um and then they also said to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book a day because it's supposed to not be for your enjoyment, bitch. No one can read to begin with. So just read whatever the fuck book you want to read. Because, like, people can barely read books that they actually are interested in and enjoy. Especially in my generation. Like, our attention span is shot. So, do what you want, alright? Read, whatever fucking book you want for 10 pages at least a day, right? And then this one I added, but journal or do a page from a therapy workbook every day. I replaced the body checking photos with that one because I feel like taking a photo of yourself every single day is like maybe over time it'll like be like cool to see like how your body has changed and like how your face has changed, but like I feel like it'll be discouraging to do that every single day. And for my folks that have history of eating disorder or body dysmorphia, could be very triggering and send them down a rabbit hole of like other shit. So I think a more beneficial thing would be journal or do a page from a therapy book every day, because then you'll still be able to look back and see that slow progress, but it's just not going to be like the physical stuff, because I feel like it can get really wonky and weird when you're like taking pictures of yourself every day and like fucking putting it like out on, I don't know, I feel like it would discourage me, especially like struggling with body dysmorphia and stuff, I feel like I would not see the gradual change. And I would just end up either going off the wagon and fasting like crazy, or the exact opposite, just going back to my unhealthy ways. So that's what we're gonna do. This is gonna be a little bit easier for me because like we just randomly decided to just start giving me anxiety a few days ago. So I literally had been raw dogging reality for a while now. But thank God for this bad bitch. What the fuck? Propanolo. When my future daughter is named Propanolo, y'all will know fucking why, okay? But yeah, this bad bitch is like low-key saving my life. Like, But yeah, so I'm excited. I think I'm gonna start this, and like maybe for my journal, I think it would actually be beneficial if I did a private journal. But I think something that I'm gonna add for myself is doing public video diaries every day. I'm like nervous. Like, I don't know if I should post this on my main YouTube or if I should post this on like a new channel. Honestly, who gives a fuck? Right? Like, we're all gonna fucking die one day and decay and turn into fucking dust. Stop taking this shit so serious. Alright? Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it, if you cannot tell. Hopefully by the end of this 75 easy challenge, I'll be a little bit more mentally sane and sexier. Right? But till then, this is me. And you know what? I'll do like a beginning picture of like what I look like now, right? And then I'll do a picture every month. I'll do a picture the first day, I'll do a picture the start of the second month, and then I'll do a picture at the end, at the very end. But I'm not going to do a picture every day. So, here's me right now, right? There she goes. That's me right there. Close up of my face in one picture. And then my bod in another. I can't believe I'm actually going to post this because I'm not editing it, right? I'm not going to do the whole jump cut thing. So you're really seeing me for who I am right now. Like, I'm kind of scared. I'm also kind of tired. This is like the first day since I've been taking this, by the way, and I don't even care if I show a close-up of it because, I mean, it doesn't even have my full government name, and it has my old address, so it don't give a fuck. You can't even dox me. But it has, this is my first day taking this shit, right? Like, girl, between me and you, like, I was, like, planning my suicide. Because, like, the physical symptoms I was experiencing from anxiety, like, I get physical symptoms from anxiety, but not like this. So, like, randomly, I, like, woke up, and I just felt like I was, like, on an edible. And I wasn't on an edible. And I just felt like that for a week. And, like, every time I would move my body, I would feel chest pain and, like, fucking tightness. And my body would be like, what's going on? Oh, you're dying. You're dying right now. You're dying. And then it would get worse because I would think I was dying. And then self-fulfilling prophecy. All right? And then I had to go to the fucking ER twice during that process. I fucking hate hospitals. Not even gonna get into that. That's a story for a different day. But, like, if you're a woman, especially if you're a black woman, I feel like you already understand. But anyway, right, so this is actually my first day of freedom in like a month. Not a month, what the fuck, a week. It feels like a month though. Like, I was bedridden for a month. I could barely wash my ass. I smelled like shit. Quite literally smelled like shit. Shite. Alright. It was not good. It was not good. It was not good. What am I trying? I'm trying to do the Cynthia Rivio head thing. I had acne everywhere. My face was like, it was fucked. And I like was like, and I'm scared of death. I'm scared of dying. I'm an existential person. I have death OCD, right? But I was ready to go. I was like going to take today was the day I was supposed to do it. But I got my meds, bitch. So I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm not gonna kill myself. Because they actually are fast acting and they worked really fast. And now I don't feel sick. Yeah, I'm still getting like minimal symptoms, but that's just fucking life, I guess. And I'm hoping that like maybe by the end of this, I'll have a better way to control my anxiety and we won't even need a propanol at all. Right? Um, but yeah. So that's where I'm at. We'll see where I'm at in 75 days. This is gonna be so embarrassing to post if like I actually don't go through with doing it every day and like people start to see these. If I fucking quit this. See, that's why I have to post this. Because I feel like it's gonna be harder to quit if I post it. So I'm just gonna post it. But also I'm kind of like enjoying talking. I kinda wanna keep going. But I don't even know what to say. Is there anything I just want to talk to you guys about? There's like a lot of shit that's been going on in my life recently. Honestly, I'm not fucking close enough to you to be telling you all my fucking business, so. But I will tell you, I like had like a falling out a little bit with my friends and like falling back together a little bit. But like I've been like really weird like with friends, and I won't even get in. Honestly, I don't know if I should even broach the subject because I'm not done talking to my friends about it, and I feel like it would be disrespectful to. And I also just don't know what I would want to publicly bring up on here, so I don't know what to. I'll say what I can say, which is that I've been in this weird place where I feel like, as someone who grew up, with borderline, and started to probably realize at a younger age than most people do that I had that. I feel like I became a really emotionally intelligent person. I feel like there's a big misconception that people with borderline are not emotionally intelligent or nuanced, but I feel like it's just that like we know we can be that way, but it's like when we are in those moments, like I feel like in the first place, like to start off, you're not that way at all. Usually, you're not a nuanced person. You're not really that emotionally there, right? But then as you get to know yourself and like heal and like if you're gonna, I feel like if you're going to survive as a borderline in like not just be in like shitty position after shitty position after shitty position, like you eventually kind of have to gain some level of like nuance and like emotional understanding and stuff like that. But like that doesn't mean that like that works all the time. Like when I'm triggered, I'm fucking triggered. Even if I know the nuance and the all that stuff, it's not gonna matter because I'm just in that headspace. It don't matter. Nothing bringing me down from where I'm at. You know what I mean? Even if like the logical voices in the back of my head, like girl, like calm down. Like no, I won't. But I digress. My main point there was just that like because I had that experience growing up with borderline, I feel like I'm a very emotionally intelligent human being, and I'm really communicative, and I am just like really nuanced and not really that judgmental of others. You know, I'm just like that. And so I really love community. I really care about my friends and like friendship. I kind of put that over everything in my life. Like community and just like love, you know what I mean? But I feel like people nowadays do not know how to be in community with each other at all. And it's kind of upsetting. Like I will say I am thankful for my comrades who have really come through for me at this time in my life. So love them so much. I wonder if any of them will watch this. If they do, love you guys. But yeah, they've really helped me out. I will say, I really suggest to everybody in this time period, like politically with everything going on, I really suggest that people get involved with organizations and groups, even if you don't like go consistently, even if you don't like you don't have to go there and like put any fucking money in or anything. You could just sit there and listen, to what people are saying at like PSL or like other groups. I know PSL is one that you'll probably be able to find wherever you are watching this video because they're like a national organization. But like I went to those groups and through going to these different groups and stuff, I met people who are like really important to me now, who are so amazing in my life, that have helped me tremendously in like the most darkest times of my life. Like bought me things when I needed things, like, and didn't ask for money back, like didn't make me feel bad about it. And like they might ask for money back. I'm not saying it's gonna be the same exact fucking situation as mine. But you will find community in those places. Like, and especially in a time like now where like fucking food stamps is getting cut, Medicaid's getting cut, like fucking everything is just harder and it's getting harder. Like, you're going to need community. You're going to need community so bad. And that is something that like gentrification has literally stolen from us. But once again, as I digress, there was something that I was getting at a different topic here, right? Community. People are no longer community oriented in general, and gentrification is a big problem for that. But being someone who is community oriented, who I feel like has put the energy into being nuanced and being emotionally intelligent, it's like really fucking difficult for me to be around almost everybody ever. And I feel like that's because like the average person doesn't have to put in the energy that I do, or just any energy anymore at all, because there's just no community at all. Like, one, because of gentrification, two, because of social media, and then three, other, like, gentrification is part of late stage capitalism, but just like late stage capitalism in general, preventing people, like the lack of third spaces, like there's no free place that you can go and hang out with people at, that has no loitering, like there's no loitering laws everywhere, type shit. And if you're not paying for something, you have to leave. You know what I mean? Like, there's like a lot of reasons why people aren't in community the way that they were before. But I feel like community has been put on the back burner. Keep in mind, that's what got us through the civil rights movement. That's what held it up, was the community aid, the mutual aid, the bail funds, the fucking everything, all that. But nowadays people like prioritize romantic love over everything, and I feel like that's also a product of capitalism, because like, at least in America, like I'm so fucking ignorant. I'm such an ignorant American. I don't know how shit works nowhere else. I think it works similarly. But like, you gotta get a piece of paper from the fucking city hall, and then your taxes or whatever, all that shit, all that money is pulled into one, so y'all can't get food stamps, y'all can't get nothing. You know what I mean? And so, like, I feel like marriage and like romantic love is so heavily prioritized because that is what caters to capitalism and the dying American dream that doesn't actually do anything for like the Americans trying to achieve that dream, and more so just like, I'm so tired that I can't even explain this properly, but I feel like you kind of understand where I'm like rolling this ball towards, right? And so, yeah, I feel like because of these aspects though, people do not know how to have long-term friendships that are like deep, real friends. Like, friends are distractions to people now, and then their romantic interest is like their entire village, and that's why everybody's struggling. You know what I mean? And so that's been like something really difficult for me to deal with as someone who feels like I am that person that's ready to like build and form community. And I don't know everything. Like, there's probably still things that like I'm gonna look back at this video like, huh, you dumb bitch, you thought you were the best, most amazing person in the world, huh? Well, guess what? You have flaws too. You know what I mean? I know I have flaws. There's definitely things I could probably do better. But I also know I'm like really the bestest friend that anyone could ever have in their whole entire life. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if we're friends, like if we're dead ass, like me and you, like if we're locked in for real, then you know that, because like I'm going to be there for you. Day and night, fucking rain or snow, bitch, alright? Like, I'm the type of person that like when I'm depressed or like anything like that, or like when my friends depressed, like I will just sit there on the phone with you. Like we don't have to like, and like that's another part, right? Is like I'm not a phone bitch. Like I mean I am, depending on who you are, because like some people are really good with conversation, and sometimes like I just like to be a little flirty on the phone for hours. You know what I mean? But sometimes it'd be hard just sitting there calling your friends. You know it do. I'm so tired right now. Sorry guys, but yeah, it's hard to like sit there and like just like call your friends sometimes. I don't know why. I love y'all, but it'd be hard to be like on the phone. And I feel like that just shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? I feel like you have to just like suck it the fuck up and answer the fucking phone call sometimes. Like I get it if you're in such a horrible place that like you're literally just gonna answer the phone call and sit there and dissociate and just like fucking just like tap the complete fuck out. But it's just like even then it's like fucking can y'all do anything like actually? Cause like I feel like some people are gonna hear what I just said about like, oh like I understand if like you're literally like about to dissociate. But I also feel like some people will just say that. Like they'll just be like, oh, well I'm like in this horrible fucking place, like in this worst place ever, so I can't extend myself for you. And like sometimes like that person actually knows like their limits, and yeah, right? But I feel like a lot of you motherfuckers are just lazy and don't know how to be inconvenienced for a fucking second. And you need to get your shit together a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like people don't know the difference between setting boundaries that like, you know, protect them and help them move forward in life, and setting boundaries that hold you back because you are basically like, how do I describe this? Like people be setting boundaries that gets in the way of them like growing as people. People set boundaries around growing pains. You know what I mean? Some things that make you uncomfortable or that hurt are growing pains. You know what I mean? They're like your discipline is a muscle. Just like at the beginning of this, talking about the 75 thing that I'm starting. Discipline is a muscle. You know what I mean? And so, like, you need to exercise it. When you exercise it, it's gonna fucking hurt. It's gonna be uncomfortable, but the more you do it, the more that these situations are actually going to be enjoyable. Because more than likely, the reason why you can't sit on the fucking phone with your friend is not because of your... I'm not trying to underestimate anxiety, bitch. I literally am on this because I've been bedridden for a week. Trust me, I get it. Alright? Like, but for the most part, I do not think it's actually because of your mental health. I think it's because you exist in a dopamine hole and are addicted to conveniency deeply. And then that triggers your emotions. And you need to work on that. You need to work on that. Because if not, you're going to regret it. Because you're never going to be able to run into a bitch like me. Or you already have and you're going to lose her. Because I'm in like a... Going back to what I said about my friends, I'm not going to say a lot about it because I haven't really talked it out with my friends like that yet. But, like, I had to low-key call my friends on some shit because, like, I've been going through some shit and, like, they have not been there the way that I would expect them to be. And, like, I forgot where I was going with this. I totally lost my train of thought. I'm tired as a bitch. But this is, like, literally the first night where, like, I could actually sit up and just do shit without literally sitting here, like, trying to accept that I'm about to die because of the symptoms I get from my anxiety. So I'm just like living it to the fullest. Even though having a shitty sleep schedule is probably definitely not going to help my anxiety long term. I'm enjoying myself right now. But yeah. Yeah, I had that conversation with my friends because like I just like I love my friends dearly, right? But there comes a time where I have to put my fucking foot down. Because, like, I was, like, low-key talking to them about it a little bit, and they kept saying, oh, well, like, you know, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But that tweet that I saw, because I'm not gonna claim, like, like it was, like, me that fully came up with that shit. I thought it, but, like, I give it to that tweet, the original tweet, right? This fucking society, this generation is addicted to convenience way too much. And it's getting in the way. 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 Like, yes, you had a rough day at work, but I'm literally about to die. And I need you. Please. Alright? Anything. You had a rough day, I get that. Because you, like, maybe plan a day sometime this week to call me ahead of time. And then just sit there and commit to doing it. And if you're someone who doesn't know what to do when you get on the phone, let's plan to watch a movie, right? It's like, why don't people fucking think? I'm sorry, I just get angry, right? I'm gonna use this friend as an example because we actually already made up, and I feel like they're okay if I like don't say their name or nothing. But it's like, you know, like I get you don't like being on the phone, right? Or like you don't like, you know, you had a rough day at work, but like you know what I'm going through. Right, you know I'm like literally in the fucking lowest time in my fucking life. Alright, and you're just gonna sit there and be like, oh, I'm so sorry that I can't be there. Why don't you like literally like I don't understand, right? If in your head you're like, oh, it's hard for me to sit on the phone, especially just like willy-nilly out of nowhere. Why don't you plan like, okay, if it's hard for me to just sit on the phone willy-nilly out of nowhere, I'm gonna schedule a time to do it. And then because I know I'm a little weird about being on the phone, I'm going to let them know that prior, that I'm a little weird about being on the phone, but I'm going to try my best for them so that I can feel comfortable with not having to overperform. And then I'm going to plan something for us to do when we're on the phone to make me feel less weird. Like, why wouldn't someone, like, have a thought process like that? And then in my head, in my BPD head, when you don't think like that, in my head, I'm like, you really don't fuck with me because that's such an easy thought process to come up. Like, if you wanted to be there for me, I feel like that's such an easy thing to come across, right? It's such an easy thing to compromise, and I feel like maybe because, like I said once again, BBD baddie here, I've had to learn to compromise my whole fucking life. All right, I've had to, or else I'll die. Like, I've had to learn what that looks like for real, and I feel like maybe that's why I'm better at it than other people, and that's why I can, like, my thought process doesn't just stop with, well, that inconveniences me. Dang. That sucks. Maybe that's why my thought process goes a little bit farther than that. But it's just like, damn, you like, why do I have to come up with that for you? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. So that was a little fucked. But they said sorry. And we came up with the thing with them FaceTiming me. So hopefully we actually go through with that. And I'll be really happy. But I just hate teaching people how to take care of me. I mean, I don't mind it a little bit. But it's also like, I don't even fully know how to fucking take care of myself. No one does. Why do I have to teach motherfuckers how to take care of me? No one knows how to take care of themselves fully, really. Or maybe they do once they're like fucking 40. You know what I mean? But like right now, no one knows really what they need fully. They just need someone who loves them, who will try to figure it the fuck out with them. And it's like, I feel like I'll always do that for other people. Like, I'm the one that will find, like, oh, like, I know that this friend really likes when we talk about this when they're, so like, I'm the one that will do the trial and error of learning how to take care of other people. And then people just do not do the same shit with me. And it's like, just learn me. You know what I mean? Just learn me. Is that too much to ask to be studied by the people that you love? Is that too much to fucking ask? Like, and I'm not even telling you to, like, study me like the lo-fi, the lo-fi girl that, studies on the, like, thing for 24 hours. Like, I just want you to love me enough to just recognize things naturally. Like, am I the only real lover left? Like, fuck! But, okay, let me wrap this up. This is 30 minutes. This is fun. I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna do the 75 easy challenge. I was gonna, like, insert a clip of me, like, what I look like before, like, in the very start. I don't even know if I have the energy to do that, though. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'll just post the clips on Instagram. Yeah. Anyway.